Hello and welcome everyone for the I was about to say the tournament match, but yeah, we have JJsrl versus PaperarioMS in Super Mario Sunshine 1v1 Lockout Bingo match. As a disclaimer before, this is a match that was supposed to be played in on a tournament in a tournament setting. This will still count towards the tournament we have in our little bingo community. And if you're going to if you like to see more bingo action, then check out twitch.tv/Sunshine Community, where we host the rest of the tourney. And we have progressed quite far in this. But I think it's better to first explain briefly how 1v1 Lockout Bingo works. And on this card, that is still yet to be revealed, we will see 25 objectives in the game. And unlike regular bingo, you don't need to complete an entire line, but you need to get 13 out of 25 of these goals. The clue in Lockout is that once you get a goal, your opponent can't click this goal anymore. Which makes sense that, or which would result in 13 being the win condition for one of them, for the winner, rather.
Yeah.
Since the other could only get 12 goals as a result.
And also importantly, we need to say that a bingo, so a line or a column, doesn't count as a win.
Yes, that is true. Getting 5 in a row is not the objective in this. So, PaperarioMS versus JJsrl. These two names can be rather familiar for for a lot of people involved with speedrunning and Sunshine in general. JJsrl was is a world record contender in any percent, and even last night got a PV and second place in with 1:14.08, which is 4 seconds behind the current world record in this. Also has dipped in other games, so you might be familiar with JJsrl, especially because he also played in some 70-star tourneys on GSA, if I remember correctly. Either way, PaperarioMS, on the other hand, is more just a Sunshine guy. He has done some other speed games, but he's primarily known for doing 120. Is the current 120 world record holder by almost 2 minutes at this point. Was able to push the time lower quite a bit in the past few weeks. So two really top players in terms of running, but in bingo, it's quite a different thing to do because routing is the primary skill in bingo.
Indeed. And yeah, Paper should be advantaged in this match since he has a lot of experience in bingo, but JJ has shown recently he definitely is able to defend himself as well.
Yeah, so in our current tourney, there have both of these are already 0 and 3. No, 3 and 0 rather. Won all of their matches and got some different little brackets of different opponents on their way. JJsrl had the luxury of always playing with a big speed advantage, which is kind of natural when he's one of the best any percent players and is really good at 120 as well. So he has been not slacking, but he has been a bit reckless with his routes. Got away with some rather greedy plays that can work out against Paper. but are way more risky because Paper knows pretty well how to route. He has a lot of experience, and he's also very fast. So there's no room to slack off a little bit, be a bit greedy, do something that might be not setting you up well for the latest portions of the game.
Yeah, Paper is the fastest player JJ has faced so far. Okay, so let's take a look at this card now, I guess.
Yeah. On our current variant that we have balanced around, some people might be familiar with Sunshine Bingo from past events. I think Bingo-thon or some maybe some GDQ. And GDQ had Bingo featured once, and there is quite a lot of change. And on this current patch of the Bingo, Bianco Hills, the first main world or main level in the game, it has been notoriously really strong. And some later stages of the game, like Pinner Park or Inoki Bay, which you unlock with 10 and 20 shines respectively, have not been as strong from my experience. Pinner Park rather stronger than Noki, but Bianco has been the main point of Bingo in the recent times. So, Pogo, do you think Bianco is particularly strong on this card, or would you say not so? Since I see a hidden in Bianco and 5 from Bianco, and that's
Yeah, not
already...
only that, also bosses, Turbo Nozzle, Shadow Mario and Bianco, Hiddens total. Looks decent. It looks decent as a start. I'm not sure yet if this would be the best start yet, but we'll see, we'll see. I don't know what else you could start anyway there.
Yeah, you
I
can...
see. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
There is no longer any power to support the peaceful lifestyle of
you can collect 11 blue coins in Plaza pretty early in the game. You can get some Delfino shines early on and try to unlock Gelato Beach, which is the requirement is only having Bianco unlocked and having 5 shines collected, which would synergize pretty well with Delfino Shines, which is on that card, and 2 hidden in Gelato.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as contrary as you would think, the 2 hidden in Gelato is actually not slow because you can get both of them in episode 1. So this is maybe a viable option to Gelato Rush, but about this card I wouldn't say it is, because like if you go to Gelato, you will ignore bosses most likely, and getting Delfino Shines is good, but on this card you really want to get shines in a secrets, because this goal you see at the left, collect 7 shines in a secret, means you need to spawn a shine in a secret and collect it.
Yeah. Towards these counts the regular secret shines that are notorious for casual players, and being known, some of them are being known for being difficult, but I don't think this is a problem for either of those. But the main thing there is that red coin hiddens, which are just recompletion of the secret, but with red coins instead and a timer, these count towards the collect 7 shines in the secret goal. So the hidden synergy and hiddens and reds usually synergize really well with collect 7 shrines in a secret.
Yeah. So you can see both of them going to Bianco, looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a straight Bianco rush, and they only collected one Delphino Blue at the Bianco unlock. This is a thing you usually do in 120 Shine, so
Yeah,
it costs literally no time.
Yes, it is just a blue coin in case you will need it for whatever reason you have. It's always very convenient to get.
Yeah, you could want to go for total eventually, like total blue coins, or 11 blue coins from Delfino Plaza, especially this goal actually. Like when you see this goal and you unlock Bianco, just go for that 3 blue coin. Otherwise it's really slow to get 11 without that one.
Yeah, it's 11 Delfino Blues is also on the card, so there's probably no reason to not try to go for this at least. But yeah, both of them are in Bianco, which is kind of unfortunate for me personally, because I see a lot of Bianco and I don't want Bianco to be that strong. But it has a lot of setup. It has an early hidden, which is on this card, even as a goal. You can unlock a turbo nozzle in episode 4, also very early on. It is just a good world to collect early red coins, since episode 4 is a red coin shine and episode 3 is a secret shine, meaning that the hidden in Bianco can be, I think, your 4th shine in the game, which is also pretty early in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Also, you can set up for bosses, even though it's only one boss goal. You still get progress towards this, at least. You never know. But other than Bianco, let's see. Like, this card has Shadow Mario and Pina. You might not see this in this game, TBH, because it's a very late game goal, and especially in this card, there is not a lot of synergy with Pina goals, from what I see. Like maybe both modes, and then nothing else in Pina.
Yeah, Pina is, or Pina Park is a rather weird world where Yoshi, you can unlock Yoshi by completing Pina 4, which is I think, these weird Yoshi shell turtles, whatever. That shine unlocks Yoshi, and beyond that, Pina doesn't have a lot of things to offer. But early Pina Park is pretty strong usually, since there are a lot of blue coins that you can collect, which are very fast. Episode 1 is Mecha Bowser, which is a boss, and episode 2 is another secret, and it has the mole that you have to defeat as well. And episode 3 is a red coin shine. Episode 2 reds, episode 2 reds is also a red coin shine in the hidden shine. So the main power of Pina is usually at the very beginning, which is quite unfortunate for goals like Defeat Shell Mario and Pina Park.
Yeah, indeed. Not yet, except Bianco. So let's think about what. So first, what are they gonna rush right there? Bianco hidden? Both?
I feel like the Bianco hidden is the just generally better play, because it synergizes just well with 5 shines from Bianco and 6 hiddens, and I think 4 hiddens is on the card, and there are 5 red coins. It's very obvious that these have the stronger synergies than just the turbo nozzle unlock.
Okay, so we have a race right now, both doing the hidden right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's ahead right now, but...
Yeah, Paper seems ahead by quite a bit, but a little slip up can definitely change. it's not an easy red coin hidden, but yeah, we see a red click. That is Paperario, so we can assume that he got it at the very end.
Paper won the race, but that's unfortunate for JJ, but he had to go for it, at least try, because Bianco Hidden gives too much things, as we said earlier.
Yes.
Like coins, hidden, shines in a secret. Even though he got sniped, he's tied kind of with Paper for those goals.
Yes.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah, this is not the biggest issue JJ has. It's only 1 out of 25 goals that you lose. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
if you
of course
can
it would have
win.
made the task easier, but
Yes, of course.
you need to not get distracted by this snipe and focus on the route. And now we see Paper doing one then flow shine into Gelato.
Yes, Gelato Hiddens is on this card, which, as before, Hiddens is a pretty decent synergy with, well, Hiddens in specific world goals. And I think JJ is ahead to the Gelato Hiddens because when they unlocked Bianco, I think we missed that before. JJ did the, I think
JJ did Underbell after Unlock Bianco because there are Delphino Blues. Or maybe I missed.
Maybe I missed this as well, but there's a trick where you can collect the Underbell shine during the Bianco unlock, which saves a little bit of time if you want to get to 5 shines. But you get a little bit, or you put yourself a little bit behind in the direct Bianco goal race. So that's probably the main reason JJ lost the goal, but now is ahead to the Hiddens in Gelato.
He did a faster route to get to Gelato, but not to get to the Bianco Hidden itself, so he's still gonna win this goal at least. Was a good decision from JJ. I guess he's playing safe with that decision.
Yes, that was actually a pretty good thing. He will be behind on the 11 boosts from Plaza, but I don't think this is on his radar right now.
Yeah, he definitely did Underbell with Bianco Unlock because... Okay, Paper taking a dev, that's unfortunate, but he might not have win the Hidden's race anyway.
Yeah, so Paper's death might seem huge, but it probably isn't, unless JJ has a mishap in the red coin hidden and maybe dies or something. Then Paper's death could have cost him the goal after all.
And yeah, what I was gonna say... Oh yeah, Paper... sorry. JJ definitely did Underbell with Bianco because he doesn't have any blue coin yet, so... If he did have one blue coin, this would have been the Jagger.
So we have to... For JJ's sake, he can't die. I think a death would be putting him behind.
Wait,
also,
does he have it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well... JJ clicked a little bit too quickly 2 Hiddens in Gelato because he only had one. Kinda gave the information to Paper that he's doing this right now.
Yes, a little bit of a mishap, but that's... Yeah. JJ noticed early enough that he only collected one of the hidden shines, and
I was gonna ask you if you saw him doing 2 Hiddens, but I'm sure I paid attention, so I was gonna unclick. And just... I guess Paper can also think JJ wanted to star the goal, because on the website you can actually right-click on the goals to star them, and only you see the star, so you can know what route you want to do in the next coming minutes.
we've had some situations where people would just accidentally maybe click off a goal and unclick it immediately, and that might be some mind games getting to the other player's head. Oh, they might actually do this goal, so I will try avoiding going for this. But I think JJ just forgot that he first did Jada 1 Reds, and
I'm not sure anyone did this intentionally though. This is not allowed normally.
yeah, this is usually not allowed, but there can be some people who would think it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Usually
And
isn't as well.
JJ going for Serena whenever now, whereas Paper is going back to Bianco to get Bianco 4. I guess he's finishing 5 shines on Bianco.
The trick you see on JJ's screen right now is a little clip that was discovered like 2 or 3 years ago at this point, where you can enter Serena. Yeah,
maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, this specific clip rather, where you can enter Serena without having to unlock Yoshi and eat the pineapple on top at basically any time. Before that, there was a clip known where you can enter Serena early, but the issue with this is that it has to be in the first plaza state, and it's really, really slow, way slower than the Serena whenever that JJ did. So that is one of the better bingo discoveries that we've had.
And Paper did enter Gelato 5, right? Is it 5?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 5. I was gonna do 5 shines with PT, which is not a bad choice because there is Shadow Mario and Bianco, which is episode 7, and there are also bosses, so even if you get sniped, in the worst case, in 5 shines from Bianco, he's gonna get progress towards his 2 goals.
Yeah,
and if he doesn't get sniped, this is huge for him.
Yeah, he can also collect a lot of blues during this. Currently struggling a little bit with them, but a lot of blues either way for Paper. So even if he loses 5 shines from Bianco, if he were to race with JJ for this goal, he wouldn't be too upset about his current position.
Yeah.
In the meantime, JJ is also getting another boss shine, or just defeated a boss in Manta, and is setting up for the few Serena goals that are on this card. I think pass through 5 doors in Serena, one of the controversial goals in this format. It is a goal, and it gives you an early access for a hidden, since Serena 2 is a secret shine. There are also 4 shines from Serena, and I think hidden totals is still a decent priority, so this Serena play from JJ makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So they are both at 2 bosses. One's Paper's gonna finish Bianco 5. Also, one other thing I need to say about that Bianco being pretty good is Bianco 6 is also a secret, so you can get another secret shine in this episode.
Yes.
So yeah, very, very strong play. At least it sets up for a lot of things.
Yeah. There might be some plays that could be done differently, but if you don't have a lot of information on your opponent, like Paper only knows that JJ did 2 hidden in Gelato. Maybe also raised the Bianco hidden, but he doesn't have a lot of knowledge about JJ's current position.
And looks like Paper's collecting some Delfino Blues. We'll see if he's gonna rush the goal. would make sense, I guess.
We
Meanwhile,
currently see
JJ.
5
Sorry, go.
doors. We currently see 5 doors by JJ. This door clip is allowed for this the goal. It has to be noted that they have to be 5 unique doors.
Oh, JJ was stuck. That was weird.
Yeah. So he has currently passed through 2 doors, and with this weird-looking clip, this counts as a passing through a door. So he's currently at 3.
Yep. And yeah, Paper is collecting Delphine Blues, getting a bird right now. Gonna do jelly skip. So you creep through the roof and get a blue coin that actually be behind the jelly.
Yeah. Paper being a 120 runner and a big proponent of jelly skip is usually very comfortable doing it. If you somehow, or not somehow, but if you are too far right, you can clip through, or clip into the little space that is covered by the goop, and you are basically stuck there and can't escape, and just have to wait until you die.
Yeah, you can either wait to die or just save and go to title screen and reload your save. And the third goal of Paper is clicked.
Yes. And JJ is delay clicking past through 5 doors, since he knows from what information Paper has shown that Paper is probably not in Serena, and decides to wait with his click. So even though JJ has passed through 5 doors, he's just purposefully not giving that information to Paper.
Exactly. And this is allowed, of course.
Yeah, this is allowed.
Just
it's usually.
Oh, sorry, go.
I'm sorry. This is usually a rather high risk, high reward, depending on your timings and for how long you delay something. Since your opponent could technically get this goal if they opted to, and when you don't click it, you just lose a goal that you already had for a long time.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. High risk but high reward if you manage to click it at the right time. So Paper is doing Blanco 6 right now, which is a secret shine. Meanwhile, JJ is about to collect that turbo nozzle.
Yeah. An interesting thing is that you can collect turbo nozzle in episode 4 onwards with some rocket storages and just passing through an invisible wall. But in episode 6, that wall is gone, and I think Paper just forgot about the 1 turbo nozzle goal.
I don't know if he forgot or delay, but I didn't see if he did collect it. I think he didn't. But yeah, that's a free goal for JJ at least.
Yeah. So a little mishap by Paper forgetting about this goal. Could have easily just snagged it without many issues.
So lucky for JJ on that one. And JJ learned from his mistake. He did ground pound over the turbo nozzle box. And did not open it by accident. Because if you do open it but don't collect the turbo, it will go outside of the jail and you can't collect it anymore.
Yeah, and you have to wait like a minute, a bit more than a minute.
Yeah, it's exactly a minute. So yeah, still faster than exiting area and coming back. You don't want to lose a minute for this.
Yeah, a minute is also quite a lot. sometimes a death or a big time loss like that isn't even that crucial. It's mostly just important when you would race to a goal or your route is very like tight and you only have planned like 14 goals or 15 goals or maybe even only 13 goals in your entire route, and a mistake is unaffordable.
So we can see Paper currently watching the Pina unlock cutscene, so he's gonna be the first one to go to Pina, I guess. He has currently 2 bosses, whereas JJ also has 2 actually.
Yeah,
And
both have 2 of them.
JJ going for a hidden again. Also, 4 chance from Sirena is on the board, so
yeah,
he's also getting progress towards this. And never mind, Paper is going for Grassfire.
Yeah, so contesting either the Delfino shines or red coin shines.
Yeah, I would think of the red. I mean both, yeah, but especially red coins with this shine. He has like 4 with Grass Pipe, I think, unless he did like Pachinko, which I maybe didn't see. Oh, JJ.
Oh, avoids the stew and
well,
okay.
That's 1 death for both of them.
Yeah. Luckily for JJ, he's uncontested in Serena and uncontested for the hidden shines.
But maybe red coins. Never mind,
yeah.
he doesn't have Bianco 4.
Yeah, depending on Paper's priority, red coins isn't JJ's anymore, really. This is only his 3rd red coin, while Paper has done, or is doing his 4th one right now. So that might be crucial for JJ.
Yep, 4 hidden is instant clicked. So Paper can probably guess what were the hiddens there. Probably, I mean, obviously 2 hidden shines in Gelato, and then when you see pass through 5 doors in Serena, you know he has to have done at least Gelato hidden. And 1 turbo gives the information that you did probably at least Bianco 3 to have access to Bianco 4. So yeah, currently Paper has all the information he can have.
Yeah.
And he's going for the last fight.
Yeah. So that death by JJ didn't end up mattering as much.
I mean, he's delaying.
Yeah. Paper's currently deciding to delay 5 red coins, and I think he defeated Shell, Mario, and Bianco already. So he's also delaying that go. But JJ is not contesting the reds, so that's a fine play by Paper.
Yeah. 4 hiddens though, I would be scared when I see 4 hiddens. I'm like, hey, sometimes hiddens are red coins.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he has Gelato 1 red, Bianco 3 red, Serena hidden. He could easily get the 5 reds, so...
Yeah, has to click this early, already clicked. Still delays Bianco, Shell Mario though.
Yeah, that's not a goal you usually go for, like, randomly.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that Paper decided to go for this goal that early on. But it still makes sense. It's Bianca 6, as you mentioned before, is the secret shine, so it works towards the collect 7 shines in a secret. And the Shell Mario shine itself is not slow at all. It's only like a 50-second shine, which is above average.
Yeah, so I think they are again tied for bosses because Paper just did Pina 1, whereas
They did Rico 1, so...
Yeah. I mean, I think I give too much importance to bosses, but this is a goal and you need to keep track of it. just funny that they are tied for the whole game with not the same bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And
Paper has Paper has the easier access to bosses because he already did a pretty inconvenient boss in Bianca 5. So
I mean,
he could
honestly, I
only...
would say Serena 1 is inconvenient as well.
But you can access Serena 1 at any time, so
Yeah,
that
true.
is fine.
That's true. But yeah, didn't delay for long red coins, obviously, was kinda dangerous. Still delayed until he entered at least the Pina 1 cutscene. And JJ probably going for 6 shines from Rico and 6 hiddens right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I can see.
Yeah. The interesting thing with six shines from Rico, though, is that episode 5 is a blooper rematch, which is also a boss shine. But at the same time, JJ might want to go for the hints as well. And on another note, there is a turbo nozzle to be unlocked in episode 7. So you can do episode 1 to 6 and enter 7, get the turbo. Probably the feature Mario, since that it's a fast shine at this point.
Yep, and Paper just clicked the feature Mario and Bianco, so...
Delayed it for quite a while, which works out in his favor.
I would still have delayed it to be H, but better safe than losing the goal, I guess.
Oh, for one second I was kind of nervous about JJ. JJ likes to do Rico hundreds sometimes in not as favorable moments, but I've completely forgot that he's working towards a goal that we haven't talked about, which is the goal 150 yellow coins from Delfino Plaza, or 50 yellow coins from 2 levels. That is one of my favorite goals as a concept, because you can decide if you want to go for the 150 yellow coins in Plaza or the 50 in 2. But your opponent doesn't know which one of those 2 you did. So if JJ clicks off 8 shines from Delfino Plaza, also pretty unfortunate death for Paper, luckily for him early on. But either way, if JJ is clicking the 50 yellow coins from 2 levels goal, Paper might think it's 150 from Delfino Plaza combined with 8 shines from Delfino. So that could just be misleading information for Paper then.
Yeah. And Paper just got his 7th shine in the secret already.
Oh, yeah, that's his...
That's like Gelato 1 red, Bianco 3 red, Bianco 6, and Pina 2 red.
Oh, yes, okay. So JJ going for the 50 yellow coins in episode 3 cost him this goal. I completely forgot that Paper... I didn't think Paper would be that close
Oh
up
my
to
god,
the
yeah,
7 chances
true,
secret.
that's true. That was actually close, right? I just realized.
Yeah, this is actually a huge snipe because the 7 shines in the secret was very likely on JJ's radar right now. So that snipe is actually pretty huge.
Yeah, because JJ has Serena 2 reds, Gelato 1 reds, and Bianco 3 reds. And he just did Rico 4 where he got sniped.
Yeah.
And none of them is going for blues right now, still.
So, in which case, JJ's decision to go into Pena is probably for the boss. I have to guess. Because he could easily finish out 5 bosses with Mecha Bowser and Rico 5.
Oh yeah, true.
While in the meantime, Paper is doing Delfino Shines. I
Yeah.
don't think he's going for the 8 from Delfino Plaza right now, but instead is collecting a few ones to get to Noki quicker, because he defeated the mole in Peter Park episode 2. He got the secret shine. And the other mole is in Noki Bay episode 1, which opens at 20 shines. So I think that is Paper's priority right now, if I had to guess at least.
Well, yeah, he has no info. I don't know where I would expect JJ to be after 4 hiddens right now.
JJ hasn't shown a lot of information in the past, like 10 minutes. So Paper doesn't really know where JJ is. So he has to both set up a little bit for many goals, but also has to get some at the very least. So that's usually not the easiest call to make, to decide what goals should I prioritize right now, what goals should I get at what point, when you don't have a real plan on your opponent anymore.
But JJ is entering Pinatu right now. Wondering what he wants. Oh, maybe balls?
Yes, Moles is still on the board. I don't know if JJ thinks or knows that Paper has been in Pinner yet.
He's getting 50 coins as well.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice if he clicks it instantly, because Paper could have done 150 in Delfino right now. Also, Paper is actually going for 8 shines from Delfino and not going to Noki right now. Because he has 21, but still, yeah. He just clicked it as he entered Noki.
Yeah.
So very small delay.
Yeah. These very small delays are interesting because they don't seem like they do much, but you can at least have a little bit of a head start when you click them, not right after as you get them, but a few seconds later, your opponent might think, okay, I'm a bit more safe, I can I have, for instance, a minute 30 to get this right now, and then Paper would click this like a minute after instead, and it can be rough sometimes then.
Yeah, and JJ is clicking his 5th goal right now. And he's defeating the mole as well, but he's gonna give up that goal really quickly because Paper is about to click it, unless he delays.
I think Paper might delay a little bit at least, but the 50 yellow coins from 2 is actually pretty interesting, because I have the feeling that Paper will think that these were 150 yellow coins from Delfino Plaza instead, and he sniped JJ to the 8 Delfino shines. But we know better. JJ didn't go for many Plaza shines in this bingo. So Paper currently has 7 goals already clicked and is currently holding the defeat both Calmo goals, which he has to click rather soon, because I think JJ might opt to go for Rico 5 as a boss and then go straight into Noki. So Paper doesn't have that much longer to delay his cannon molds.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna delay for long, but you know what I maybe would have done is going for Noki 1 first, and then doing the last boss in Noki 2, maybe?
Yeah, but for
Actually, I don't know
JJ,
what's faster.
yeah, but for JJ, he's still working on the 6 shines from Rico, which is also a goal.
Well, oh yeah, true, and Turbo, but I was gonna say, if it wasn't for Turbo, I would say you could get 6 shines from Rico with hiddens, because there are still 6 hiddens.
That might be the case, but I feel like you can get 4 shines from Noki Bay is still a goal on the card, and you can probably do something like get episode 1 and get the mole shine, get the gold bird in episode 2, and just do episode 2 and 3 right after. So it's currently 6 to 7. Paper is doing the blue coin totals right now, so he's working on 2 more goals.
I mean 3 with 12 shines on Delfino with blue traits.
Oh, that is true. So he's currently working on 3 more goals, which would put him to 10 goals. And if we still remember the Ken Mode's click or Ken Mode's goal that he has, but is still delaying until right
I'll
now.
just click it.
He's currently set up for 11, or he's currently set up for 3 more goals, which would give him 11 in total.
Yeah. So Paper needs 2 more goals, assuming he does win 2 total blue coins, which is most likely gonna be the case.
Yeah.
What could he go for? What do you think, Alto? Noki shines? I don't know.
Yes, he's ahead to Noki shines, at least right now. Hundreds in Gelato is a wild card at this point. That late into the game, it's very scary to go for because it's basically accessible at any time and it's a huge time sink usually. So you don't want to get sniped to this goal. But that's still something that Paper could go for. The hidden in Pianta is also interesting because it is also a huge time investment, and none of the players have done anything in Pianta. So Paper has some options, but he has to choose the right ones as well.
Yeah, he could go the 50-50, you know, where you actually do some shines in Pianta, just in case you get sniped to Gelato Hando, and then, like, after Pianta 3, you do Hando and Gelato, and then go back to Pianta if you get sniped during the Hando. So that's at least 1 goal secured, assuming JJ didn't have more progress than Paper before. But he still needs 1 more goal if he doesn't get Noki shines, which is possible depending on what JJ is gonna choose to do. If I were JJ, I would maybe finish hiddens with. I would have finished hiddens with Noki hidden.
Yeah, that is usually the safer play, but it's kind of difficult to make the right calls at the right time. The players don't have the information that we do. Obviously, they only see their bingo board and their own screen. It is, I think, rather obvious that they can't watch the stream or see the other competitor.
Does JJ have 6 hiddens right now? Did he do Rico 2 second time?
And he did Rico 4, so he has 6 hiddens right now.
Okay, yeah.
That is some Pianta play by JJ. So
trying to snipe a potential win condition from Paper.
Yeah, this is interesting. It might look not as good of a play right now, and it's kind of a risky play. You kind of have to assume that Paper would go for the Pianta hiddens as a win condition. And if he just doesn't go, if Paper doesn't go for this, then you kind of just wasted your time with a goal you might not want to really get at this point. But if it works out, it will work out by quite a noticeable margin.
And Paper just got 50 blue coins and he's gonna trade to get the 12 shines from Delfino Plaza. He's also delaying the goal itself. And JJ was delaying 6 shines from Rico and never mind, just 6 shines from Rico. So he's clicking it as he was finishing Pianta 1.
Yeah. Just
Paper though, delaying 2 goals.
Yeah, he's delaying 2 goals right now. And as a side note, trading in your blue coins still counts towards the totals. So even though it shows that Paper has 0 blue coins, he has 50 total blue coins still. So just needs 10 more to get to 60 total blue coins.
This Pianta play from JJ is very interesting though, because let's assume JJ knows he loses to blues and Delfino shines. So he will if he did think of that, he just saw what goals were left, and so he's gonna try to get ahead to these goals before Paper is finishing blues and Delfino shines, which is not bad at all. But we'll know if that was his plan or not later.
Yeah. So even though it is currently 8-8, or Paper is currently delaying 2 goals right now and is working towards 2 other goals. It might it's still like possible and feasible for JJ to win. Has 3 shines from Serena to Paper's 0. Hundreds in Gelato is quite a risky goal.
Is JJ gonna do Hundo in Gelato? I think JJ is just too smart if he's doing this.
Okay, he's finishing out Serena, which is also fine. You don't. It's as said difficult to know what your opponent's going for, and sometimes you just feel a little bit paranoid about, oh, what if he's going to Serena right now, and
exactly.
I lose the goal that I thought I had the lead to.
Yeah, finishing Serena 3 is fast, so it's really good play to get it right now. From what I've seen, JJ has only Pianta 2 done, right?
Pianta 2? Yes.
So his plan right now would be to... Okay, did both players do only Pina 2?
I think so. I'm certain that... Oh, okay.
So the comeback for JJ would be snipe to Gelato Hundo into snipe to Pianta Hidden into snipe to Pina Shadow Mario into 2 Turbo? Something like that.
Okay, this is currently interesting. So Paper is going to get the 4 shines from Noki, but instead of doing the Gold Bird, he's getting the Eel right now.
Oh, true.
Which is a far slower shine. But there is a Turbo Nozzle in episode 6 that he can get for his 2 Turbo unlocks.
At this point, I would have unlocked Yoshi TBH and collect the Delfino Turbo.
That is also a possibility. It sets you up with for more, but at the same time, when else would you go for the Turbo Nozzle and Noki if not for this match right now?
I guess you can do like that. I mean, when you see Piantissimo, it can be a thing to combine Piantissimos and 2 turbo. But usually you see 2 turbo in a Rico
or Gelato or the Fino
Yeah.
Plaza.
Yeah. And JJ is going to Pina Shadow Mario right now. I would recommend him to go to 2 turbo like as soon as he sees the goal.
Yeah.
And by as soon as he sees, I mean right now.
Yeah, but the issue JJ has right now is he knows Paper has basically 60 total blue coins on lock and would only need 1 out of the 4 remaining goals to win this match. And that could be anything. So JJ has, like, it doesn't need to do 50-50s. He needs to win a few, like, he needs some good predictions about Paper.
Oh, just missed the spin slide, I think.
I think he wanted to.
Did he even finish Pina 4 before?
I think he wants.
No,
oh,
you
never mind.
just he left Pina 4 and entered Pina by accident. That's actually huge. And Paper is not going for blues, right? Is he?
Doesn't seem so.
No, so yeah.
Okay,
And
so
JJ's leaving again.
So JJ is a little bit of panicking right now. I feel like, which is very understandable. Like, I played in tourneys, and Pogo, you play in tourneys, and I think you are usually also freaked out sometimes.
yeah, for sure. When you're in that JJ situation, you're really panicked, and you know you need to snipe them all. And it's hard to think and play in the same time.
Yeah. So JJ is unfortunately for him going to get the 100s in Gelato, and if we assume that Paper is just continuing with Pianta, this will unfortunately be a losing play for JJ. But
yeah, I mean, you know what I want to say right now? Like, seeing how Paper is playing, I feel like he's playing like the safest way possible, and by that I mean he's setting up for turbos, he's setting up for Pianta Hidden, he's probably gonna set up for Pina Shadow Mario, but maybe gonna do Gelato Hando before. This is like something I can see happening.
Yeah, he can still just go pretty safe and go for Gelato 100s right after this.
But the thing is, JJ did actually anticipate that and did progress in Pina and in Pianta before doing Gelato Hando. So if Paper is doing this and JJ makes the right calls, he could actually snipe him 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Hopefully for JJ, Paper doesn't continue with Pianta and doesn't just commit to Pianta. Because that'll just mean that he's behind 2.
Okay, it looks like Paper is doing what I'm saying, like some progress in Pina into maybe Gelato Hando if it's not clicked yet.
Ooh. That is very, very interesting.
Yeah, though I would expect Paper to win one of these goals once JJ is clicking Gelato Hando.
It all depends on the progress, how much Paper progresses in what world.
If he continues in Pina, he's gonna be ahead. Because JJ unfortunately entered Pina 4 but had to leave because he knew he had to snipe them all and couldn't commit to one.
Oh,
Paper, yeah.
Okay, so Paper's having some hiccups right now in gameplay, which in Bingo you usually don't pay too much attention to gameplay mistakes because sometimes they don't matter. But right now, in with Paper setting up like very safely, losing time might just cost you the game when you go too safe and get sniped to the other everything that you set up for. So he
Honestly,
can't afford going for these.
yeah, I don't know if I would prefer to be in paper situation where you have no info, or JJ where you actually need to snap them all. I guess I would still prefer to be in paper situation, but
Oh yeah, even like mentally, you would prefer a paper situation over JJ's anytime. You don't want to your opponent to have 12 goals.
yeah. And JJ just clicked Hundo from Gelato, so now let's see if paper full commits to Pina or not.
Mm.
And yeah, that Pina exit was actually huge, because if he didn't do this, he would be tied with paper right now in Pina 4, depending on what he does right now.
Mm-hmm.
If he decides to go to Pina,
If there's still a world where paper sets up for everything a bit too nicely, and JJ pulls ahead with some other goals.
but JJ actually reading the goals, and by reading I mean reading the route of paper. I mean, he knew he had to set up for everything else than these goals. Was actually very, very smart, and he could almost pull that off.
Mm.
But unfortunate exit in Pina, and wait, maybe it's not over. What if paper is going to Pianta right now?
Yeah, there's still a chance for sure. It just depends on paper's decisions right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's continuing in
Yeah.
Pinner, so he's probably doing EYG
Yeah.
and then Shell Mario right after. So, assuming there's no major mistake on paper side, this is going to be game for paper.
In before soft lock. I don't want to say this.
If that happens, then that would be quite the tragic end to
Yeah.
the game. So, JJ at the very end, unfortunately for him, had just too many goals he needs to take care of. So, if only he got like the collect 7 shines in a secret that he lost, he barely lost to paper.
Yeah.
But
Or
that's it.
even Bianco hidden. But his start was actually purposely maybe losing this goal, so
Yeah, the crucial point was just the 7 shines in a secret snipe by paper.
yeah, especially.
That just meant that JJ had 1 goal less and had to play 4 more, and has to make more right decisions. And when I say right decisions, it's more of a it's not like the correct play to do. It's just the in hindsight better play. So like you can't be like, oh, JJ is getting the Pianta hidden right now, that's a mistake. He needs to win all of the goals, and he has to predict accurately what goals paper would go for, which is just a bunch of luck at this point.
Yeah, very impressive routing from both runners, TBH. This could have gone either way.
Yeah, that is right. This match could have easily been JJ's as well. When I think about it, I don't know. I don't feel like there was a decision itself that swung around the game. Just the crucial snipes that happened were the main point of one player just winning and the other unfortunately falling behind.
Yeah, and JJ got Ramel. Let's go. This is not over. Never mind.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but GG.
All right, GG.
GG. That was I must say that was a pretty good match towards the end. Towards the end, it was a pretty good match overall.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think I liked JJ's setup at the early beginning more. Honestly, I don't even know what setup I liked more. Since both were pretty solid, it was like, as I mentioned before, it's not like a single decision decided in the game. It was more so just goals that could have been either players throughout the game.
Not sure if you have time for an interview right now. Okay, yeah, we got time, so players are gonna join.
Good.
Hello, Paper.
Hello.
Hello, JJ.
Hi.
GG for the match.
Yeah, that was quite a cool match. It was pretty close, and it was very competitive actually until the coin flips that had to happen at the very end, which favored Paper.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Paper, where were you in Pinna? Like, I'm just curious.
I mean, I finished Pinna, but like when I clicked,
like were you just going through Pinna the whole time? Because like I went up to like 3. I went up to 3 and then left to do 100 coin from Gelato.
I had done 2 much earlier because I did it for 7 shines and a secret.
Okay. You sniped me to that about like 10 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
And 1 hit in Bianco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Dude.
hidden in Bianco. Okay, sorry, go, Paper.
I don't know. You can talk first.
Well, I was gonna say the hidden Bianco JJ, like you kinda played it safe. Like if you get sniped, you are ahead to something else. Like you decided to do underbell before unlocking Bianco, which cost you the goal.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew that. Because I was like, how did he beat me to 2 hidden in Gelato by that much? Because I know he did this, and I somehow beat him to it.
I also accidentally clicked it when I did 1 reds because I'm an idiot, but
Yeah, and then you
thank God. I was like, please don't give Paper the goal for that, please. I was shaking. I
thought that was
didn't care about
interesting.
blues. I didn't care about blues at all. I didn't care about Delfino shines at all.
Yeah, I felt so I did that mid game because I thought it was gonna lead me to like a win condition, which to be fair I sort of had to do because I only had like 20 blues for most of that game.
I had like 10.
Yeah, so like I didn't want you to have like a delay click or something and be up for getting like totals and stuff, which is why I started doing it. And then I was like, I still need 1 more goal, assuming I get defeat Shadow Mario and Pinna, which is why I went and did Noki.
Okay.
And then I had the most scuffed routing from there on. I did like 2 extra things. Like I went to Pianta to get a shine to help me later and get blue coins, but I could have easily just gotten like blue coins while I was doing Noki hidden.
I did that exact same thing with 2 shines. I got 2 shines with Pianta.
Oh, clever boy, clever.
Yeah, it could have easily worked out in JJ's favor, but for this match, so.
Oh, when were you? Hang on, before that, Larvae. When were you gonna get the turbos, JJ?
I realized like halfway through Pinna that like I needed to unlock Yoshi to do turbo, so like I was gonna do it.
Oh, did you only have Rico 4 reds done?
I had Rico 5 done.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I got
thought
7.
I thought you had access to that the whole time. I actually thought about using that as like another win con.
Yeah, no, I was like debating about that. That was like my play originally, but because I was gonna get Rico 6 for my 5th red, but then you sniped me to that, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna do that. Because I did Sarita and Rico, like I had like 3 shines in Serena and like 4 shines in Rico for like the whole game.
Yeah, I figured you were holding those for a while. I didn't know you had Rico shines actually.
Yeah.
I knew you were holding 4 from Serena for the longest time, and I was like, that's fine.
Paper, did you just forget the turbo in Bianco 6?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just on such autopilot, like thinking about everything I was doing. I just didn't grab the turbo, and I entered the secret, and I was like, that was such a throw.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so indecisive at the end because I decided to to do Pinna, and I realized like, wait, Paper just clicked off. I forgot what he clicked off. It was like, I think it was like 4 from Noki, and I realized like, wait, Paper does 100 click from Joao. I lose the game. Like that's the one thing that I need to get. So I left, and I tried to do the Beyblade strat to get out, but I went back into Pinna.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ah, dang it! I could have also done that. I
it's
didn't.
kind of sad.
I had thought about doing that, but like I didn't want you to like for some reason be halfway through Gelato 100 and then delay it, and then I would be screwed. And
You're
so I
getting
was like-
flashbacks to Nev RSW.
Exactly, exactly. I couldn't take a risk of that kind when I had like other win conditions. So.
Yeah.
okay. So, it was still like generally a pretty good showing from both of you. I think there were probably some minor things that in hindsight you would have done differently. I think JJ, you would have, if I had to assume, you would have done the 50 coins in Rico after getting Rico 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did 50 coins in Rico, and then I decided to do Rico 4, and that's what costed me 7 from a secret.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you got the turbo, so I guess it's 1 for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
yeah,
minor
very close
things.
match.
And generally just a really close match. This was a good showing for PACE, but we still have to consider that this was a tournament match for the 1v1 Lockout Bingo tournament that is currently going on. It is usually hosted on twitch.tv/Sunshine Community, but we were allowed to have this pretty good match on PACE. So thank you GSA for that opportunity. And I think if some of you guys want to say.
I guess I'm talking about the bracket real quick, then we can close this up. I don't know. Not know if I have time, I guess I can. So Paper, you are moving to semi-finals of winner bracket, facing Danny.
Danny Rue. That's nice.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And JJ,
I'm
will
looking
face
forward
the
to it.
winner of me versus Braga in loser bracket, round 6.
Alright. I'm honestly just surprised I made it this far, so...
Yeah, congrats.
I mean, with your current performance, it's not a surprise, I would say. So yeah, I think in 10 minutes or something we will have Celeste. I don't know what category right now, and unfortunately I don't know the runners, but we have Celeste coming up on PACE. So stick around, and GG to both of the competitors.
GG's.
Yep, GG. See ya.